Imagine standing before a bush that burns but never turns to ash. Would you run away or step closer? Throughout biblical history, God repeatedly chooses fire to reveal His presence, His power, and His glory. These aren't ordinary flames. They're divine manifestations that transform ordinary moments into eternal encounters. Our journey begins in the Midian wilderness around 1400 BC. Moses, a fugitive shepherd, notices something impossible. A desert bush blazes with fire, yet remains unconsumed. As he approaches, God speaks from the flames, declaring, "I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." This burning bush becomes the launching pad for Israel's liberation. Fire announces that the invisible God is making Himself visible, as recorded in Exodus 3:23-2. In Exodus 20, the entire mountain becomes engulfed in flames and smoke. God descends in fire to give His people the 10 Commandments. Exodus 19 verse 18 tells us, "The whole mountain trembled violently." The Israelites witness God's holiness made tangible through consuming fire. This isn't destruction, it's revelation. The fire demonstrates that God is both terrifyingly holy and intimately present. God through fire appears again during one of Israel's darkest hours. The prophet Elijah challenges 450 prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel, and the God that answers with fire wins. Baal's prophets cry out all day. Nothing happens. Then Elijah prays a simple prayer. 1 Kings 18:38 records that the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil. God's fire consumes everything, proving His supremacy over false gods. But fire doesn't only demonstrate God's power, it also purifies and empowers. In the New Testament, fire takes on new meaning. On the day of Pentecost, tongues of fire rest on each believer gathered in Jerusalem. Acts chapter 2 describes how the Holy Spirit fills them with supernatural boldness. This fire doesn't consume. It transforms ordinary fishermen into world-changing apostles. In Leviticus 9:24, fire came out from God and consumed the offering on the altar, confirming His acceptance. In Genesis 15:17, God appeared as a smoking furnace and a burning lamp, passing between the pieces of the sacrifice, symbolizing His covenant. In 2 Kings 1:10-12, fire came down from heaven twice to consume soldiers sent to arrest Elijah. What connects these blazing moments? Each time fire appears, it marks a turning point. God uses fire to call Moses into leadership, to establish His covenant at Sinai, to vindicate His prophet Elijah, and to birth His church at Pentecost. Fire represents God's refining presence. It purifies what it touches and illuminates what was hidden. Fire indicates God's presence. Today, we may not see literal flames descending from heaven, but God still reveals His glory. He still calls, transforms, and empowers. These biblical fires remind us that encountering God changes everything. His presence brings both comfort and challenge, both warmth and purification. When God reveals His glory, nothing remains the same. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more.